everyone. Welcome to the Breath Between Branches. I don't know if you can hear the cast or not. I'm gonna
Hello.
find out.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
hello,
Oh,
hello,
actually, you
hello.
can, but everyone is way too loud. Okay, I figured it out.
Oh,
Okay.
everyone's
Story of my
And
life.
you can
Okay,
hear
I gotta
us,
fix
right?
everyone's levels. Hang on. You're deafening everyone. Don't talk for a second, guys. Things are scuffed. We are having Discord problems, which means audio problems. So I had to come up with another solution. So I'm literally having to do this live because I couldn't test this while the countdown was on. So now I'm just deafening all of you. I'm sorry for that. Okay, everyone, you should be able to talk now. I still can't hear you, but you won't
Yes.
deafen the audience
Hello.
anymore.
Okay.
Hi.
hello.
Episode 6 of The Breath Between Branches. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'll get through this intro and then I'll fix it so that I can hear my friends. If you haven't been here in a while, welcome back. Really appreciate you being here.
can
We
say
have
whatever we
obviously
wanted right
Wildsea
now.
tonight. The Curse of the House of Rookwood finale is tomorrow, Wednesday night, and then Thursday it's episode 3 of Dying Storm's Cosmic RPG. Lots of fun everywhere. Lots of awesome GMs doing awesome things. Rookwood will be on hiatus for a little while afterwards, and it'll go to the next generation. I don't know if we've even discussed when or who is in the next generation, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. It'll be really
Me
cool.
too.
If you have not joined our Discord, discord.gg/magirpg is the place to do that, where we talk about all sorts of nerdy stuff. Lately, we've been talking about Arc Raiders. We've been talking about Denis Villeneuve with getting James Bond and also filming Dune 3, which we're all excited about, and some other stuff that's been happening. And a lot of discussion about Dispatch and also Bloodlines 2. So if you want to talk about that stuff and, see who we're shipping in various games, that's the place to do that. And if you would like to support the stream to get more artwork, you can do wild tips or just, give us whatever you would like. You don't have to. It's appreciated. It goes towards your artisan production. And we get art for basically every game. Art costs lots of money because we got a fee of our starving artists. But every little bit helps. Yeah. All right. Now, before I bring the intro, I'm going to attempt to make it so I can hear everyone. And I'll have to cut this out of
Damn.
post-production. So
We said
see.
so many horrible things while
let's-
Frank couldn't
let's
hear
go with
us.
Bijan first. Let me see. Yeah. Monitor and
Hello.
output. Yep. I can hear you now. Cool.
Good. So you didn't hear anything.
There.
Great.
And now I
great.
should be able to hear Chris.
He still doesn't hear you.
Now I should be able to hear
Oh my God, he
Momo.
still can't hear me.
And now I can hear. I should be able to hear Sparrow. Okay.
Frank, I said so many
Oh,
things.
that's you're cruel.
Yeah. Did you call me a little bitch or something?
You said it.
You're not the only one that caught on.
I will kill you.
Okay.
All right. Now we
Our
go to the
characters.
Yeah, right.
credits. Yeah.
You got me so bad, you make it all slow down, not getting closer, you're killing me. You thought it's over, I'm waking alone now, not getting closure. I knew that it was seconds from you losing me, but I just couldn't give it up. And all the times you said you wanted me, when you know we don't get along like we used to. Went along with everything you said and done for me. You'll never love me now, but you'll never know. You got me so bad, you make it all slow down, not getting closer, you're killing me. You thought it's over, I'm waking alone now, not getting closure, you're feeling me. So done running around, I'm so done looking for love, don't call me. So done running around, I'm so done looking for love so blindly.
Last time, there was a little bit of drama. You all successfully managed to convince the people that they should be leaving their wonderful spit in Rust Town And after doing so, you discovered a pretty big secret about Lao, that he was a screw, an extremely powerful screw that had, through his own force of will, been keeping the city afloat. I say float, but, you know, floating on the wild waves, not the literal ocean. And when the council had decided that there was going to be an exodus, people were going to go on a journey and split up to find new places for their new city, the spit began finally to fall into the sea because of the final rumble, or a major rumble, of the root quake that you felt before you got there, while you were there, and finally the root quake, too much for Lao to control, sent it into the sea. While evacuating, you were able to save a good number of people. About 20 refugees now sit on your ship, and you were able to rescue and fend off 2 very large aggressive predators, thanks to some quick thinking and good shooting by Skell. It was pretty impressive. But now you sail on, hoping to give these people some hope, maybe a new home. But you definitely don't have food for these people. You don't have enough space for these people. And the settlement that you were going to, who knows if they'll be able to take them in. But it seems that that would be your lead. I would like to once again begin with Vesh, because a lot has happened, and we didn't actually get to check in with you towards the end of last episode. We checked in with the others. But before I check in with you, now that I've told you you're about to be on the spot, I told you all this before we went live, but everyone is marking a point of mire for witnessing the destruction of Rust Town and the horrors of losing so many people that they just met and were just starting to get to know. But Vesh, what is going through your mind as you sail on to another settlement with all of these people that are now completely relying on you?
Vesh is thinking about concepts of sacrifice. It's something that's very heavily preached in his home. Different ways of thinking about sacrifice for community, for family, and things that you have to do to survive as a community. And Vesh has always found that was a noble thing to do. He's thinking about the struggles of actually living by that ideal. You know, what does it mean to sacrifice for other people? How much should you sacrifice? Who determines what that sacrifice should be? And he's in a position right now where there's a lot of people relying on him. And he knew when they came aboard, inherently, this involved some sacrifice. Not the people that he agreed to take initially, but all the extra people that have climbed aboard that we have no idea exactly how long this journey is going to take, if we are going to have enough food or water to sustain us when we cross the sea. So they're already sacrificing some of their time to do this, but that's relatively minor compared to what they've all lost. And that's what he's thinking about.
Yeah, there's no easy way to go about replacing your home. You all are sailing. Skell, in the crow's nest looking out, Vesh at the wheel, I believe Izuesco at the engine. Am I remembering this correctly? And Visha, I don't actually know what you were doing currently.
I believe at that point I was checking over everybody.
Ah,
got a lot of
yes.
people.
Got a lot of people who are probably injured or at the very least scared. Yeah. So we are going to... I gotta get some dice and make some rolls. Wait, I have a VTT. I don't need physical dice. And make our journey. But I would also... Oh, wait, no. Oh, before we get there, Visha.
What the hell? Why would you say it like that? I'm scared.
Yeah,
This was for me talking shit earlier, wasn't it?
no,
Oh!
no.
The consequences of my actions.
As you are looking out onto the sea, and after witnessing the horrors of Rusttown falling in, you get a flashback, a memory that you have never seen before. You're on the deck of a ship. It doesn't look like the spirit route. It's dark. There are at least a dozen, maybe more people in masks holding torches and weapons. You look to your left and you see your brother bound on his knees, arms behind his back. You feel yourself and realize you are similarly bound. People are dragging swords on the deck and looking at you, stalking you. You hear a single shot echo out and turn left to see your brother face first, having been executed. You run to him, but you are smacked away like you are nothing by a hulking person and thrown off of the ship. And the last thing you remember is hurtling down into the sea.
Oh. Shit, dude. It's truly one of those. Standing in place. Little 404. Little head shake.
It is truly horrifying. And I think you have the answer to one of the questions that you have wondered since you woke up, or were woken up on the spirit route now. How you died. It doesn't give you all the answers, but it is horrifying nonetheless.
Yeah, she's got lots of questions still.
There's many questions.
Many questions still.
You know,
some morbid ones.
maybe you'll remember more of that horrible last moment in the days and nights to come. Or maybe you don't want to. All right. I'm going to make your watch roll. You all can see this. Okay. Excellent. Let me roll again. Don't worry, everything is fine. You travel through the early part of the evening, knowing that you have at least several days of journey ahead of you. And just as you all are about to give up a little bit of hope, realizing this enormous burden that you've taken on, it's Skell that sees it first. You see a huge object in the clouds, the size of a city, overhead, slowly approaching. It could be a mountain if it was connected to the ground, but it's not. It's just soaring in the air, bringing the clouds with it. And it's getting closer. It's not going to be on course to hit you, but it is going very close overhead to you. What do you do?
Captain Vesh, there is something above us.
What do you oh my god. As he looks up, I guess the shadow casting over the spirit root. What is it? What is that? What is it that we're seeing? Can you make out more detail from where we're at?
I think you guys can make various rolls to see if you can try to get a better look. I don't know if either of you has a spyglass, or if you want to just use sense with maybe tides, if one of you has that, to see if you can get a better look at this thing. However you would like to do that. If it's just squinting and narrowing in. Or if
I
you
can
have
maybe use
anything
tides and study, like trying to understand maybe what we're looking at.
Mm-hmm. Sure. You can both roll as you see fit.
Oh, finally a 6. I didn't get one all last session.
You've been wanting one for a while.
That's a 3.
Okay.
Oof.
Vesh, you look and you are squinting. It's unlike anything you have ever seen before in your life. It looks like it's a giant sphere coated with made of glass for most of it. You can only catch very small glints of moonlight going off of it as it ducks in and out of the cloud cover. And poking out of it, you think you can see trees? And as it gets closer and you're looking, you realize that there's some sort of enormous creatures inhabiting this place as well. And you start to begin to hear cries of beasts unknown coming from this as it travels. It looks
Is it coming towards us?
it is. Not like it's going to collide with the ship, but it is coming in your direction. It looks like it will probably pass harmlessly over on top of you. But who knows what these creatures will or won't do if they see you.
Okay. We need to keep our distance. Those creatures don't sound friendly, and he's going to subtly shift the direction of the ship away. He's not gonna veer hard in any direction, but just make sure that we are not getting within range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no rolls necessary. You adjust your trajectory. It might cost you a little bit of time. But as it gets very close and this thing is looming over you, not that far up. It is like maybe half a mile up, maybe a little bit more than that. But you can, all of you who are on the deck, I'm assuming a few of you, and many of the passengers you've picked up look up. And you hear, it's actually Needle that shouts, "Is that the gardens?" And you see these enormous creatures. They look kind of like griffins in a way. Huge beak, enormous wings that are the span bigger than most ships you've ever seen. Different smaller creatures that you've never seen before. Long floppy ears. And you also see rocks jutting out in various directions. Your characters may not know this, but it looks like it's an I can't say the word, arboreum? Is that how you pronounce it?
An arboretum?
Arboreum.
It was arboreum.
Arboreum.
Oh, well, there's two. Those are separate words. An arboretum and an arboreum. They're separate things.
Arboreum. And you hear to the different passengers saying, "It is the gardens." And you all would have heard the rumor of this, but you probably never actually believe that this is a real thing. But there has been a legend of a pre-V, essentially like structure that has pre-V plants and animals that just circles the world. It sounded completely fabricated, a fantasy. This could never actually be real. But as you're seeing it, and you see several of these large animals, typhorodons as they are called, flying and jumping up and down and looking out, maybe hunting, maybe scouting, traveling. It's impossible to even fathom that this could exist, but it's here, it's real, you're seeing it with your own eyes. The trees, as it gets closer and passes over behind you, you can tell even from this distance, they don't have the acrid smell or look of the iron roots or the branches of the thrash and tangle. They look pure, unchanged by Krezerin. You could never even imagine something like this could exist. It's beautiful. And you can all get rid of 1 point of mire, as
Aw.
things seem
Yay.
to have a little bit more hope.
Point of order.
Mm.
Would Izuesco do this knowing she is not up top seeing it?
Would you have not gone when you hear people shouting?
I don't think she would have.
Then
No.
no, you would not have. But anyone who would have looked would have experienced this. It passes harmlessly over, going eastward past the ship. And as quickly as it arrived in Skell, you spotted it. Within minutes, it's gone from your vision again. Whoa, that was beautiful. You have
Amazing.
many hungry mouths to feed, but it is getting late. What do you all do as you settle in for the evening or discuss?
We were prepped with some amount of supplies. That was part of the deal for leaving, right? I know
Yes.
we don't have enough for everybody, but Vesh would gather the crew together and would be like, all right, we need to do a quick inventory, see how much supplies we have, see how we can make it last.
I believe there's a couple more branch rats in the cargo hold.
What were we supplied with?
I thought I had added it to your ship, but it is possible I didn't. Let me check.
Actually, I didn't even realize that.
I may not have.
Yeah, I don't see anything under.
All right. Let me add. It's going to be a crate of fresh fruits and vegetables.
Oh, if that's the case, I know what we could make. That would feed a lot of people.
Yes.
We
Open to suggestions.
Well, so we could use some of the herbs that I have in our medical stock, combine a few of the veggies and the branch rat, and you can make a giant stew. It may not be the best thing in the world, but it would feed a lot of people and for a few days.
Stew would be good. That's a good way to pack a lot of nutrients. Slow cook.
Mm-hmm.
A small amount goes a long way.
Yeah. And we could make enough that would feed everybody again. It might be a little watered down, and I'll do my best with what I have, but
We should get started right away. It's going to take quite a bit.
yeah, I think so.
I could also hunt for something if we wanted to drop anchor for the night.
Don't you think that's dangerous?
Yes. But we need to eat, and if these are our provisions, we will need to replace them in time.
What was the estimate from when we had charted this course out? And it's like there wasn't an exact time.
Probably
given.
3 days at least.
Okay.
So technically, yeah, people could not eat for 3 days, but that would be not ideal. So
How has anyone traveled these parts before? How dangerous is it around here?
I mean,
Don't you have your ledger?
you do have your ledger, Vesh, and I mean, you would look up the area. I would
So it
say
has like notes on some of the junctions and ports themselves, but it's not quite a map the way that you would,
yeah.
traditionally
There's
think
no
of one.
notes you have on this place being any more or less dangerous than the rest of the wild waves. As far as whether any of you have traveled here before, I would say probably not, but I'm happy to allow you all to roll for it if you would like. You can just roll a d6, and if it's a success, then you can say, yeah, you might have been here at one point.
Skell's
Literally
never
just
been here.
Random chance, but up to you.
I know that I haven't. I know very clearly we're past the bounds of
I'll roll randomly.
where I've
That-
gone.
That makes sense to me.
Maybe in a vision you can learn something.
I don't know if Visha wants any more visions.
No, but I rolled a 4.
Okay. No, as far as you know, you've not been to this part. But your memory's spotty, Visha, so who knows, actually.
Could actually have been here before.
Well, does it really matter? It's all dangerous anyway. It doesn't matter where you go in the sea.
Yes, you're right. It's just a lot of people that we're responsible for, and I'm wondering whether it's better to just press on. Three days isn't the worst, and even if it stretches out to 5 or 6, okay, well then we can deal with hunting at that point. We have enough food for us to make a stew right now, and if we ration it out, that should maybe last us at least a day and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can determine that a little bit later if we need to stop.
Right. Then we can get started on the food.
So, I think first, Visha, can you roll a tend for me, since you were looking after people? And I guess you could use whichever edge you think is appropriate for that. I don't know if you have grace, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna use.
Yeah, so first that, and then whoever would like can try their hand at cooking.
A 2, a 3, a 6.
A success.
Um,
Oh, go ahead, Bijan.
I would like to potentially. Well, I guess you know what. Never mind. That's not the way the mechanics work. I can try my hand at cooking, but I first want to. Well, unless somebody else wants to step up. But I first want to make sure. I want to inform everybody on the ship about the ration situation. Make it pretty clear what's going on right now.
Yeah, so let me first get to what Visha was doing as we were sailing. You were checking physical injuries, talking to people. There were some physical injuries that you had to do some triage for, but not as much as it was really mostly people crying and being extremely overwrought over losing their homes, their possessions. No one actually had any time, to get anything. Like, everyone left in a huge hurry. So you did a lot of comforting, but you were actually able to lift a lot of spirits. Adults, kids, everything in between. Even though you are going through your own stuff right now, you think that everyone actually is holding it together. And you don't think there's going to be any mutinies or anything like that anytime soon. Provided you can get these people safe to a destination, the mood is actually, all things considered, pretty good.
Good.
And with that as the backdrop, Vesh, you definitely have a much calmer crowd to address.
Okay. Okay, everybody. How many people are on the ship, actually? How many people am I addressing and where?
About 20 people. Right now, most of them are on the deck. A few of them are staying in various places, like in, the few rooms that you actually have on the ship. But there's not a lot. This is not a big ship, as you all know. If these people need to sleep, it's going to be like they've got inches between them. It's tight, so people are packed in pretty close.
All right, everybody. We have a bit of a journey ahead of us. I'm glad to say that for now we're all safe as we make our way to find your new home. I apologize for the cramped conditions on this ship, but it's temporary. Right now, we're in the process of cooking you all a meal. However, food is on short supply. I'm not sure how much we have to feed if this journey were to be prolonged. So we are going to make haste with as much speed as possible onto the next port. For now, I reckon we have maybe a day and a half's worth of food available. And that won't be ready for at least 4 or 5 hours. And Vesh kind of starts to peter out as he's not sure what to say, and he's never given a speech like this before.
Visha will start a clap.
You're muted, Frank.
You know.
Sorry, I was muted because I was clicking around. I would say
That was
make
a great
roll
speech.
with tides, and you could choose sway or tend, but looking at your sheet, definitely sway is, I assume, what you would want to use.
A 5.
When you got to the part about day and a half's worth of food, there was a little bit of panic, and you not really knowing how to end your speech and just kind of petering off, like you came off as very unconfident, but you do get, like, as Visha kind of like clapped for you, you got some scattered applause in the crowd. And you get a few here like, thanks, thank you, Captain. Thank you, Captain.
If there's anything any of you all need, any issues you have while you're on board, you can come to me. And he turns to leave. Not sure where he's gonna go, really. Just going toward. He's gonna go to the helm.
You see,
Just turns around, has nowhere to go.
As you begin to turn around, you hear like loud sound of a very tall person stand up, and you see Tellus. So where do we sleep?
Wherever you can find space. Unfortunately, we do not have the lodging accommodations for 20 people. The people we did agree to take on board, we were going to have to make do with some cramped conditions to begin with. I wish we had a better answer for you there. We have some extra, I'm sure we have some tarps or some cloth that we can bunch up for some pillows for some of you. If any of you have any extra clothing, I suggest you utilize that. He's gonna peter out again.
Oh,
Captain, we have the pinwolf hides downstairs.
That's correct.
They haven't been properly cleaned. There is still sinew hanging off them, though.
We have a few pinwolf hides. They're not clean. I guess if any of you have any experience, we can try and clean them, and maybe a few of you can use those as blankets or pillows.
are any of you skilled in like scavenge or harvest?
I can scavenge.
I have harvest.
I have 1 point in scavenge.
Say if you want to try to use either scavenge or harvest to try to like properly clean these hides and turn them into, you know, not something you can wear, but at least like to resemble something like a textile. You can do that with a relevant edge that you have.
I didn't have a relevant edge, but I rolled my scavenge just 1 dice, and I got a 6.
it would take you, I guess, not that long. Oh, Skell, that did not go well.
No.
Oh no!
Visha, do
is that-
you wanna take a stab at it?
I will.
Skell rolled a 2 and a 1. Vesh rolled a 6. Visha rolled a 4 and a 2. 4. So, Skell, you have a hard time of this, but thankfully, Vesh, regardless of your lack of confidence, this comes more natural to you than you thought, and you're able to clean these up, get these ready. And granted, you didn't have a ton of pinwool hives to begin with, but you've got enough that people can use them as blankets or pillows.
There was 3. There was
Yeah.
3.
We got
Okay.
3.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay. So
Three-
these
three
three
something.
pinwolves hives have become 3 large blankets. You
Okay.
can think of it like a comforter for a king-size bed, something of that size.
Okay, so like
Okay,
two or maybe 3 people could fit
Yeah.
underneath at least.
Snuggle.
Yeah.
People are gonna be snuggling. That's just how it's gonna have to be.
And I'm glad you all are doing what you should do with the things of the Wildsea. Is there anything y'all you like to do with your evening? You see people after, you spend a few hours working on this, begin settling down. You see Tellus picking up people and like slumbering against like the center of the ship. People are kind of resting against her. You see people under desks in like your research room, your survival station, people like camped out in the corner with their jackets over them. Your space in the hold, Skell, has definitely a few people like against the workhorse. Just people are kind of finding whatever corner they can and using whatever they can for warmth. And then, yes, you do see a group of people huddled. I'd say most of the people are probably in either the survival station or the research station with these large pinwolf blankets that you've made for them and settling down. But anything you all want to do before you turn in for the night?
Skell's gonna just stay in the crow's nest. He's not gonna sleep in the cargo hold.
Yeah, there might be people actually trying to sleep in there too.
Yeah.
In the crow's nest?
No, in the cargo
In the
hold.
cargo
hold.
there
Yeah,
might be
there are
there might
people
be
in
a
the
lot of
cargo
people
hold.
trying to cram in there.
Oh, there
Yeah.
are. There definitely are. All right. Sparrow, you messaged me. Do you want to talk about what you messaged me or keep that
Shoot.
secret?
No,
Up
no,
to
it can
you.
be. No, it can be made public.
Okay, what is Izueska working on?
So some time ago, one of our lovely crew members was teaching Izuesko a little bit about medical work and healing, and so she is, while she is monitoring the engine, she has pulled out a little bit of like linen cloth and some charcoal, and she is like doing like a crude diagram of like her own arm, and is like kind of like using the charcoal to be like make the incision here, and then you do like she's going through the motions of like a procedure of sorts, but is doing so on a diagram as opposed to like cutting her own arm open, if that makes sense.
I love this.
And like
That's awesome.
trying to like she's like going through it. It's like she's trying to memorize it and like learn by doing in that kind of way.
That's wholesome.
I
And
love
so she's
that.
like sitting kind of like with the linen cloth like in between her legs, and she's like not quite crisscross, but it's kind of like that. And she is facing the engine so that way if something happens she can easily look up and see it, but mostly her head is down, and it's like kind of it's crude but like very detailed, and it's her arm with the lightning rod in it, so there's like a long line with like another line from the charcoal bill from it, and it just says like LR for like lightning rod, and she's like going through like basically like what she would need to do to like fix it or something like that.
Oh.
I love that.
Yes.
And so she hasn't like she's like the engine and this, so like everything upstairs she just hears like muffled sounds, and she's just like anyway like so she doesn't catch any of it.
She's missed everything that happened upstairs, just kind of in her
Basically,
own
yeah.
world. But you spend several hours working on that.
Mm-hmm. Listen, Frank says do a thing. I'm gonna figure out a way how to make.
Yeah,
this
I told all the
I
crew
love it.
to actually level their characters up, because in this game, very similar to Forged in the Dark games that I've run on this channel, players essentially control their own leveling up. I can help a little bit, but you actually have to do your level up in game by your characters actually learning and doing things. So, heck yeah. Did that actually, are you getting a point in intend for that? Is that what you're doing, or are you working on
I
something
think that's
else?
probably what she's aiming for. Yeah.
Okay.
On the learning medical care in Davisha, so she's
Yeah,
learning how
it
to
is.
tend a
It is
little bit.
96 in the book, which will tell you exactly what milestones you have to spend for it. But yeah, very cool. You let the day settle, or excuse me, the evening settle. And wake up the next day, and the ship is on fire. No, I'm kidding. Everything is fine.
Immediate fear. What?
Lao started a fire with his
The
pipe.
lighter,
Yeah.
he's got the pipe.
Everything is good. It's a sunny day,
Yay.
ready to head out. The refugees that you have waking up one by one. You even catch a few kids playing tag on your deck as you wake up. Ardence. You see the Salikre merchant from the shop. Looks like she's knitting something in the corner. You're like, wait, is that spider set? I don't even know. Do they have set? I didn't know that, you know. And you see Mothrin stretching out their wings, flying to the crow's nest. I think that's probably what wakes you up, Skell, is like the impact of them just kind of landing up there and then, oh, sorry, and then taking off and
no.
going back to the deck. But you have another long day ahead of you. Would anyone else like to roll your journey roll today? I just would need 2 different D6s, one and then another one, if anyone else would like to. And I will tell you what happens.
I'll roll.
All right.
Oh.
A
So
2,
roll them one at a time. Yeah.
2, and then a 6.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. If I remember right, that's good for you all.
Yes.
That's good for us.
I think it is.
We love that.
Mm-hmm.
Things are happening.
Yeah, it's medium. We'll see.
Oh, okay. We could take that.
You all
Yeah,
settle
we'll
out.
medium.
I'm assuming in the same positions as normal.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Fisha, you could do
wanna
something
switch?
else if you would like.
She might go sit up in the crow's nest with Skell, because
So
I
here-
imagine there's a
here are
nice little
The
railing.
mechanical options, if you would like, at the helm,
want
which
the
is
RP
essential,
option.
on watch, which is essential, tending the engine, which is optional, cartographizing, which is basically looking for landmarks and distinctive plants, so you can sketch out a new chart, or watching the weather, so that you can kind of scout weather conditions. But if you can go into the crow's nest with Skell, If you want to, basically, we could say mechanically you are watching the weather while sitting up there with Skell.
Yeah, just sitting on the railing doing a little leg kick, as you do.
Yeah. Do you guys talk about anything while you're up there?
As Skell is, it's hard to sense his emotions as he doesn't really have facial emotions. But he's like kind of zoning out a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a little melancholy.
Oh.
When you go up to the crow's nest, he just goes, "Hello, Visha."
Hello, Skell. Are you getting bored up here?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Did you double check? Did you ask
died.
every spider?
We are not bored, no.
Oh. If you
We
could do...
are thinking.
Oh, what are you thinking about?
Fate.
Oh. Her, like... She has it, and that's when she has to sit on the railing.
What kind of fate? Like your fate? Fate in general?
Do you believe in prophecies?
I don't think I've ever heard one that I've seen come true. But I suppose that doesn't mean I can't believe in it. It would be kind of nice if things were determined, you know?
But what if prophecies are bad?
I guess there's some comfort in knowing you can't change anything, right?
But what if you can?
Then I suppose if you could, then wouldn't that make... To go back to the start of the conversation, then fate is not a thing. Or rather, maybe fate is something you can change. But if you can change it, is it really fate? Unless you changing it was part of your fate.
This
What do you
is
think?
getting deeper than I anticipated.
Well, it's a big question.
I feel like... What did you say back in Rusttown with Lao? Dead men tell no tales.
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
What if I caused Rusttown to collapse?
But you didn't.
I am cursed, Visha.
She does like a big blink at you, and her head tilts.
Like, magically cursed?
No. Well, maybe.
What do you mean by cursed, Skell?
I am supposed to be dead. Kind of like you.
Well, there's no supposed to about me. But I understand what you're saying.
Do you?
Something happened that should have killed you, but it didn't, right?
When I was in my egg sac as a spiderling, black moss infested the hatchery.
Oh.
It concentrated on my egg. And when I hatched, my carapace had dark omens on it.
Like markings.
Yes.
Skell, what is your carapace? I don't know what that means. Is it like your back?
I believe the term is abdomen.
Oh, so, and she'll point at him. Like there.
I can show you.
Yes, I'd love to see.
And she leans a little closer.
And he unbuttons his cloak, tunic, poncho, whatever it is. And he reaches in and he pulls out a singular spider. This is me.
She kind of leans in. What does the spider look like?
You can see like his chest kind of opens up almost like mechanically, like as all the spiders move away. And on this singular spider, you see on its, if you look at its butt, are red and black, like visceral markings.
Oh.
Oh.
Is it a big spider?
It's bigger than the rest, yes.
Okay.
It'd be like
Okay,
a
I was just
tarantula
curious.
if all the other ones are
Okay,
like
I'm just
garden
curious,
spiders.
like size-wise, what it was like. Okay. She kind of looks.
So that's you.
That is me, yes.
Oh. You're a very nice looking spider.
You wouldn't be saying that if you were Zelacray.
No, I suppose I'm not. But
When I hatched, the brood mother of Huskpa ordered my destruction, along with the rest of the clutch. They hatched wrong. They were born with misshapen legs and cannibalistic natures not seen before.
so you weren't destroyed though. You're here now. Did you get away?
One of her honor gods spared me and threw me into the thrash, where I had to survive on my own until I found this swarm.
So you were just this little piece of you was alone all that time?
Yes,
Wow. It's not normally that way though, is it?
no,
Do you get a
When-
swarm when you're born?
no. When you come of age, other Zelacray bind to you almost as a, what is the word? I believe the ancient texts call it knighting. You are blessed by the hive mother, and you are allowed to coalesce, as we call it.
To become what you are now.
Yes.
Why do you think that person spared you then? If this is such a bad omen.
I don't know.
Well, shouldn't you take that as a sign that you're supposed to exist if fate does exist? That person was there.
If everywhere that I go something bad happens, you might only attribute that to this curse.
Well, I suppose we'll have to see and take tally of all the bad things that happened, because as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot of times where we only survived because you were there.
Like
Right.
yesterday.
Like yesterday. And when I first hatched, right?
Yes, from the compass.
Mm-hmm. That was also a day that everyone else would have died if you had not been there with a cannon. Right?
But what if the pirates attacked because I was stowed away?
Hmm.
More people could have died.
They could have. Hmm. We can't. You know what? We can turn this into an experiment, Skell.
On me.
Well, a cause and effect, if you will. You and I, we can keep tally of every bad thing that happens. Okay. We'll see
Okay.
we'll see if you being in a place, the cause and effect, if it truly is. If that's the case, every place you go, something bad should happen. Right?
That is cause and effect, yes.
So, if you go somewhere and that doesn't happen, you're not cursed.
But what if it does happen?
Then you know you're cursed.
Then why aren't you running?
She does not like a look at him. And she kind of just lets herself go immaterial for a moment and puts a little hand through him.
We don't like that. That is cold.
And she will take it back.
Sorry, illustrating a point. Because nothing bad can happen to me. So I don't much care if you're cursed.
I, Zuesco, struck you with lightning.
It did hurt, but I don't really think you can die twice, Skell.
Hmm. Interesting.
I don't really think. A curse could. Your curse, should you have one, would ever affect me. And if we stick together, if your curse really is a thing, I'm really good at fixing things. So if you get anyone hurt, I can just patch them up. Right?
I would rather not get somebody hurt, but I guess that does make some semblance of sense, yes.
When you think about it, we're actually perfect friends.
I cause the unwanted damage and you fix it.
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds really terrible. I more mean you don't have to worry about hurting me because I'm already dead.
Why are you so cheery?
What do you mean?
Most people would keep me at arm's length. You put your arm in me. I don't understand why you would accept something so dire so quickly.
Well, what's the alternative?
You keep your distance, like most people do.
Well, if you said that back when in my home with people who had known me, they would laugh. I am very much. I used to get in trouble all the time because I took care of people like you. Because I think it's important. People shouldn't be abandoned. You don't have any say in how you were born, Skell. And I think you're a good person anyway.
I try to be.
I think you're doing a great job. So don't worry, and if you are cursed, we'll just... It's much easier to handle those things together with people, right?
Yes.
We can help you through it. I'm glad you told me. And thanks for showing me your... What did you call it?
Carapace.
Your carapace. Even though other Zellicrae didn't think it was cool, I did.
Most Zellicrae would kill me if they found out I was hollow clutched.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Okay, so we won't use that word then. You're just Skell, not that.
That is why I shy away from other Zellicrae.
Would they be able to tell?
Some can, if they have proper means to a hive queen. Or if they were close to a hive mother, they could sense it somehow. I don't know the means.
Well, we'll make sure that doesn't happen. No one's gonna hurt you, okay? I'll deal with them if somebody hurts you. That's my job.
That makes us happy.
Good. So you're less melancholy now.
Yes.
Good. Now we can play a game. And she would show him a game.
One more question.
Yes?
You have been around for a while, yes?
Yeah, about 200 some odd years.
That is a while, yes. While Hullbreaker is an extension of me, it is quite destructive. If you come to see any smaller handheld cannons, I am interested in one.
Okay. I could probably
Better-
figure out how to make one.
Better to conceal and deal with smaller threats than to blow them into pieces, even though pieces are easier to digest.
That is true. Well, if I can find some parts to make one, I'll just make you one.
That would be most appreciated.
Of course. We're friends. That's what I'm... anyone would do that.
Thank you, Visha.
Of course. Now you are obligated to play a game with me.
What game would you like to play?
We're going to play a card game. It's called Go Fish, but we can call it Go Spider instead.
How do you play Go Spider?
And she would explain Go Spider to him. And that's what they do in the crow's nest.
You are muted, Firefly.
God damn it. I mute. Thank you. Thank you, Skell. Narratively, mechanically, are you guys cutting a path or forging ahead? If you do not remember the difference, forge ahead basically lets you go twice as fast, but if you see any things that are there, you'll barely avoid crashing into them or avoiding them even on watch. But you'll get to the destination quickly. If you forge ahead, you think you can actually make it today. But if you cut a path, you probably won't make it until tomorrow.
What do y'all think? I think we have a lot of people on board, and
We should.
crashing seems
Yeah,
bad.
I would say the safest, especially since we are probably overloaded.
Yeah.
Maneuvering is probably not
Okay.
easy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the
Agreed.
raid. Welcome, raiders.
Hey,
really
thanks for the
appreciate
raid.
it. As you can see, we are playing Wildsea. Okay, cutting a path. Then, in that case, you all are playing Ghost Spider
Yes,
on
we
the
are.
top. And as you're, do you have any twos? Ghost Spider, drawing a card. Skell, you catch a enormous. Whoop, this isn't the right. I need different music. You catch an enormous wave over the treetops. The air smells clogged, toxic. You feel a tightening in your throat, as if it's getting harder to breathe. And you see a dark cloud of something ahead. You know, Skell, from your experience on the sea, and you all would know as soon as you see it what this is. But Skell, you see an enormous spore cloud coming this way. You know
And-
these are usually toxic and deadly to most people. You've caught it early enough that you have some time to react, but this could very well kill everyone on board if you don't.
As Visha, as you ask Skel, do you have any? I'm just
Yeah.
American
Ghost Spider.
regular playing cards, earthly playing cards. Do you have any? Do you have any? Do you have?
Are you okay?
Olfactory spiders sense something wrong. Spores. And he puts the cards down. He jumps onto the communications. Captain Bash, spore cloud.
Spore cloud.
Oh no.
Everybody below deck! He's gonna yell out, and he's gonna call for people to cover their mouths with anything that they can find.
So you're gonna mostly just plow through it and hope that the ship is good enough to keep the spores out?
I mean, I'm going to try and helm the ship away from the cloud, but I'm asking everybody else to get off.
Got it. Okay.
Get off the deck, and that should help somewhat if they're below deck. Although I think you need their specific breathing protection gear.
Yes, there are some that people do have, and I think some of you might have some of this, if I remember from your sheets. I can't remember. But okay, sounds good. We're going to make a speed rating for the spirit root. And you have enough warning that I'm going to get increased impact on this, thanks to Skell being on deck. Your speed rating is 2d6. Okay. And that is, normally that would be a conflict, but it's going to be a triumph because you
Ooh.
have caught it ahead of time instead. And I am just going to check your seals as well. It is a good thing you got out of there. Vesh, you immediately hard to port and tell everyone to get below deck. And you just try to get out of the way of this thing, turn the ship, and start running away from this incoming cloud. And just when you think you're not going to make it, you're hacking up your lungs on top. All of you below deck, as the ship is going, the seals normally you think would keep out spores like this, but each of you begins having trouble breathing. And then just when you think are we done for? You begin to breathe pleasant air again, as with Skell's warning and Vesh's quick maneuvering, you're able to dodge out of the way of this enormous cloud, and it drifts by you, feeling no more uncomfortable than you did from when you first saw it throughout the journey. But that was close. But you're all okay. And your new crew is all okay.
That was a big one.
Oh, I didn't like that at all.
Ugh, spores.
Never a dull day on the Wildsea.
No, and it interrupted our Go Spider game. What a shame.
Go spider?
It's like Go Fish.
Oh, not spiders. Got it.
Visha is teaching me games, Captain Vesh.
That's
Mhm.
good. That's good. You should play games. I love that.
You should join us sometime, and we should get Eyes West going on it because you can do a 4-person Go Spider.
As long as there is time and we have completed everything we need to do on board, I think there are still some tasks that need to be doing. Vesh starts saying, and he, you know,
All right.
actually, I think, and he starts scuttling down towards the car. I think I need to check on the cargo bay, make sure everything is still secured. Maybe check on those seals, and he's gonna start puttering about the ship as you suggest that he takes a break and relaxes.
Ah, of course.
Has anyone seen Izuesco?
Yeah, where has Izuesco? Izuesco's been at the engine, I assume, but has been quiet for the past day. And you would, if you went to the engine, you would find her there.
We could go and Scout. Oh, you can. Well,
I should remain up here.
all right, I'll go get her and see if she wants to learn Go Spider.
Do we call it Go Ketra then, if she is playing?
Well, that's a good question because then, by that term, would it be Go Ardent, Go Ghost?
Hmm. That is a good question.
You should think about it while I'm gone.
I will reminisce about the ramifications of this game.
Okay, I'll be back.
And she kind of gives him a pat on the shoulder and just kind of goes.
You find Izuesco. What is Izuesco doing?
The same thing. In fact, she has moved on from the arm to she is kind of just drawn like a very crude version of like an ardent like torso, not hers, but like one in general. So it's a little bit almost possibly ironic that the spore cloud comes through. I don't know how much it would have affected her considering where she was, but
It would have affected quite a bit, unfortunately, because the seals of the ship did not hold particularly well. But thankfully, that did not affect you too much. You would have felt the same. Whoop, that was too
the
intense.
same situation. Good to
Yeah.
know. Okay, so she like has I think she maybe would have turned over the linen and tried to like maybe cover her mouth with it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It probably wouldn't have, done much, but it does something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's probably just setting her stuff back out again. Possibly. And I don't know how Visha's approaching, because that might,
Excitedly, as per usual.
Okay. Then she would
A
definitely
bounce in her step.
Oh, then well, I guess I mean, does she make any noise when she's moving about the ship?
It's a good question.
Whoops, I just went to the wrong scene, I realized. Sorry, I have Chris on.
I was gonna ask you about that after I asked this question,
No,
that's
just
because I don't
my
mind
bad.
being in scenes with Skell, but I was like, that's
That's the wrong person. I
I
fixed
don't
it.
mind,
I fixed
but-
it. My bad.
I would venture to say sometimes.
well, does she this time?
Yes. I think it's a soft noise, but you can hear the kind of, I think because she's moving excitedly.
Okay,
It's
then
bouncing
then
her
she
step.
puts
But
her
you
stuff
do
away.
hear a little, little tippy taps.
Okay, so she's not like scrambling to put things away, but you do find her kind of like huddled with her arms around her knees, looking at the engine when you approach, and there's a little bit of like linen under her legs, but it's
Mhm.
rolled up.
Hello, Isoesco. How are you? Are you okay after the spores?
I did survive, yes.
That's good.
It is over.
Yes, we made it through the worst of it.
Good. How are you?
Oh, lovely. I was teaching Skell how to play Go Spider. It's like Go Fish.
Her expression remains the same quizzical look.
It's a card game where it's like a matching card game.
Game. Interesting.
Yes, do you want to play it?
But the engine?
Oh, I can sit right here. And she just sits like kind of right in front of Isoesco. Little crisscross legs.
Wait,
What?
we would play the game here?
We could.
I am sorry, very confused. You were playing with Skell, now you are here. Why?
Because I wanted to see if you wanted to play with us.
There are too many wheels going on behind the ink blots. And then I think she finally goes,
The engine is still somewhat fragile. Are you sure?
Well, that's true. Both of you can't leave where you're at.
Perhaps another time then?
Yes, is it a promise? Should I teach you how to play beforehand?
Okay.
Okay.
And she pulls out a little card deck and
and
slaps them down.
you can see that Izoesco reaches like under her legs to clear the linen and like tries to put it like in a pouch on her left hip without breaking any sort of seeming eye contact with you.
Oh, of course. She kind of looks. I think maybe catches that Izoesco was trying to be discreet. Visha is happy to ignore. She's learned that Izoesco will bring up what Izoesco wants to bring up. She's learning. She's learning about her new friend. And she will plop out the little decks.
Mhm.
So it's a matching game, and this is
Yada 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 yada. The rules of Go Fish, because I'm not going to sit here and describe Go Fish.
Makes sense. Yeah.
All good.
She's going to teach you how to play Go Spider. So that way, when one of you is off from your duties, they can play Go
Mhm.
Spider.
So you spend some time teaching, Izuesco occasionally stopping to give the engine some juice when required to. But you all have a pretty good evening, good day. No further horrifying, scary things happen. The sun begins setting. The refugees, very smartly, many of them have kind of rationed the vegetables that you made them for dinner and are kind of munching throughout the rest of the day, not really knowing or trusting when they're going to get the next meal. Still a little bit cautioned from Vesh's words and speech before. But everyone's doing okay. No one falls overboard, no fights break out on the ship. But I would just love, and you can do this as a group, or if one person would like to do this, a tend or sway to just kind of throughout the day talk to, make sure the people are staying calm, make sure everyone is okay. I'm assuming from how you're perking up that you would like to do that, Momo, Visha.
I have
think that's a good
a
idea.
high tend.
Okay. So
I
you could
like
do
that.
tend, and then I would say you could use grace probably is fine for this.
That is her position on ship. She's personality higher. She makes sure everybody's happy, okay? All right. Let me roll. I have 2 5s and a 4.
Okay. Ooh, with a twist.
Mm-hmm. Is it a good twist? Because I have one.
I have a twist.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And you can decide if this is a good twist or a bad twist. But as you're going through and talking to the different people on the ship, you get to Lau, who he's kind of been melancholy since he's been aboard the ship. But he'll say to you, everyone really appreciates that you've been checking on them, Visha.
Of course, it's what I do.
And he looks a little bit uncomfortable for a moment and says, "Are you alive?"
Oof. She looks very, like, taken aback.
That's an odd thing to ask somebody.
He just kind of looks and then nods. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn.
Why do you ask that particular, very specific question?
I'm very old, and
Are you?
I've noticed some of the ways you move around the ship.
Her like, dang. I've been got. He sees me do the thing.
Right. Well, you know, I can't help it.
You don't need to. You have nothing to be ashamed of or apologize for. I
Yeah.
actually was concerned that maybe you didn't know.
Oh, Oh, no. No, I know.
He holds out his hand to you and says, "May I?"
She looks very nervous. But we'll put her little hand out.
And he will kind of press his other hand over yours and just, you can see him kind of like close his eyes. You have wonderful hands. You're a very good person, Visha.
She does big blanks, like the wide-eyed of like, oh, that's a very nice compliment. But how do I respond kind of face?
I'm sorry. I've embarrassed you.
No, that's very sweet. And, you know, it's nice to hear.
I want to thank you for encouraging me to come on this journey with you.
I'm glad you did. I think it is a shame what happened, but you know, it's a fresh start. Something new.
And you see, he kind of smiles as well. I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Of course. And if you need anything, please just give a holler. I will be there.
Can you roll sense for me, Momo?
Yeah. Just because does my ghost sight apply to this at all?
Let me see your ghost sight. Let me see.
My special eyes?
No. Well, it applies, but no. He does not seem to be a spirit or dead.
Okay. Okay. Then we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. Should I use sharps with sense?
Let me think. I'm gonna go to my cheat sheet. My notes cheat sheet. Let me see. I think if you have instinct or if you have veils, they apply here.
I do not.
Okay, then just roll sense.
Okay. I got a 4.
Let me ask you, Momo, there does definitely seem to be subtext to that conversation. What do you think it was?
Does he know who I am?
You definitely think he knows who you are, and you think he has some kind of a special interest in who you are.
Because he was like, I'm very old. Are you dead? And then paid me lots of nice compliments. So I got a feeling
You think
this
he
guy
has
knows
a
who I am.
particular interest in you for some reason. More than he is letting on. But you let the moment pass and go back to one of your friends.
Yes.
Now I have the ultimate question for you all. Do you go through the night and get to your destination overnight, or do you drop anchor for another night and do it tomorrow?
I mean, I think the idea is we don't have food, right? Like keep it pushing, right?
Do we? The place we were told to go, what was it called again? Do you remember
concourse.
The concourse. We were told 3 days. Do we even as Vesh, are you familiar with the concourse?
I mean,
I can tell you
possibly
what's in your book again. It was
like
it was a communist society that was described as being like pretty. I don't want to say utopia, but a pretty good functioning spit.
Yeah. A lot of these places, these are things that you're collecting on your journey. You meet somebody, another word bearer, another ship's captain, you exchange junction notes. This was passed down to me, a lot of this information. Some of the places in here I might have heard stories about, but my entire experience out on the sea has been in the few areas surrounding my town. I mostly dealt with my people. So by the time I met up with you, I have already surpassed anywhere that I'd ever been. The farther out we go, the less I'll have heard of any of these places directly, But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would have heard anything about this place.
Yeah, nothing that's outside of your book.
Yeah.
Having said all that, you all do have a research station on your ship if you'd like. I can roll your ship rating and see if you want to try to research and spend time researching about this place before making that decision. I would allow it.
Ooh. That's a good point. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. There's not a specific rating for this, so I'm just going to kind of take the average of everything and roll 2d6 for this. Information, you check, and it's mostly geographic and cartographer information about this. What you can tell is that there's many active trade routes going to and from this. It seems to be a pretty frequent way stop for traders specifically. But that is all you're able to find about it after doing about half an hour of research in your little station.
Okay.
But push on or take a sleepy?
Mm.
Do you want to vote on it?
Yeah, ship vote. Ship vote.
Ship vote.
Yeah, I'll bring it to the crew as a, what do y'all want to do here?
Mm. So
What
it's-
is the estimated time of arrival?
Been 2 days of this nonstop. I mean, I guess another day if we're lucky, but these are all estimates. The sea tends to shift. And it all depends on how fast your ship is, so hard to say.
How are the other crew members? Are they getting weary?
I wouldn't say so. Everyone's been in pretty high spirits.
The stew was good.
I hope so. I've been trying to get better. And thinking back, you would have remembered like Vesh really sweating over this stew. I actually would like to make use my milestone to up my cooking skill.
Yeah.
So
Yes!
that is what
He's a
I've been doing on
chef.
this.
Awesome.
Heck yeah.
We don't have any cooks on
I
board,
was
so
gonna say, you don't have
No,
you
but
don't
now
have a
we do.
char, so you
I
guys
went
have
back
to-
and forth between that with Izuesco,
Cooking and
like,
healing?
lightning,
Yes.
lightning. Yeah, but I was like, it makes more sense for her to be down there by the engine, like studying medical stuff, than randomly being like, so I fried this pinwolf one time, right?
Right? You remember?
I did fry this guy's like meat so I could get a bottle for this Zelicray.
So that's
More
a
on that.
3-track, I think, Bijan, and you can either fill that with a major or 3 minors, I believe. So I'll let you figure out how you want to do that. But noted, you were spending a lot of time thinking about your cooking and working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So
I-
sounds
I
like
did have a question
Yeah,
since
go
we're
ahead.
on it.
Yeah.
What's the difference between develop an aspect and gain an aspect?
Gain an aspect would be so if you go to either your bloodline origin or your posts, I think you just get a new one, a new aspect.
Yeah. Developing is like you get to sort of put a twist on it.
Yes,
So
you
if
get
there's
to
you
add
if
something
you
to it.
if you want to like create something like a new addition to what it does or expand on it a little more, then you with the Firefly can
Like, for
Can
instance,
develop
if you
it.
wanted to develop your Urstat limbs, maybe you'd grow another arm.
Oh, I see.
or you could
see.
put like
Something like
another
that.
pip on it if it's like a small pipped one, because some of them I think are very good,
small,
but have very small pips.
Yeah.
You know.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully that helps.
It does.
There's one specific that's add a box to the track, but that's the same as developing. So
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, or Swarm Scout, you could maybe have 2 spiders instead, something like that, you know.
Yep.
But it sounds like you all have decided to take it slow.
I think so.
All right. In that case, characters will turn in for the night. Thank you for the bits. Really
Thank you.
Oh,
appreciate
thank
it.
you so much.
Oh, thank you.
That'll go towards our artists. Really, really appreciate that for arts for our next game, of which there are always many. So our characters are going to take a little break, and we are going to take a little break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thank all of the raids, and appreciate you all for sticking
Yes.
around.
Thank you all.
I hope you were liking
We'll
the
be back.
Wildsea. We will be back very shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Get snack. Go get your
Get a
gun
snack.
Father, Mother, hello. I hope things are to your satisfaction. You are likely doing just fine without me around, but Raisha says I should write. Raisha is the char on board, and they are a Ketra, like me. They are nice. Do not expect grandchildren from this compliment. I am well, largely unharmed since that day in the storm. They find me useful. I do my best to quell my temper until it is necessary to not. Raisha has taken on to helping me tame the storm. Our captain is rough and unfair at times, but for the most part things stay civil. I do worry about their recent obsession, but I am sure things will turn out fine. Should it not? Well, I have learned a lot of what I am capable of. I will not be shy about imparting this knowledge onto others. Your child, Izuesco.
Dear Vesh, I know that you're doing well and everything's fine, but I really miss hearing your voice. We're heading out for a raid soon, and already I can hear the whispers of your words in my ears. Don't look smug about that, troublemaker. I don't know if your way is the better way, but it does seem to be a different way. When you get back, tell me about it, okay? Love, Shale.
Clutch mate Selnari. These words scratch like dry leaves, but we write them out anyway. The waves of green still do not hold us, but here in the creaking wood of this ship, something old and glowing crawls, and it hums like home inside our chest. We do not name it, but it sees us, soft and strange, like webs that do not break in the wind. Our legs still shake on these planks, not made for us, but we stay. We follow it, even if the rest of us stays lost. Drone Skell.
Shale, I hope this message sees you soon. There aren't many word-bearers in this area that want to make the journey to Hearthstone. Oh, how I wish you could be here with me. But I know, your training comes first. The crew I picked up at Port Basker left me as soon as we arrived at the next spit. I think everyone can tell I'm as green as the trees. I might have found a new crew, but well, who knows how long they'll stay. Kick Terran extra hard for me next time you're sparring, and write me back soon. Your friend, Vesh.
Clutch mate Skell, we are pleased to hear your correspondence. It satisfies us greatly, as well as your continued survival and exploration on these rolling waves. Here on this island, the days are long and the years are short. We have finally found the warm embrace that we have often heard of, but chased so long. Home. We hope one day that you and yours find it as well. Tell us of these people and this ship. Tell us of your travels. Tell us when you find home again. Drone Samari.
hello. Whoop. Make sure
to
that
talk
you guys
soon.
can hear me. Mute myself in Video Ninja. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you all for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed the letters. Back from your break. Hope you got your snack, your water. I re-upped on my water. Tomorrow we're gonna have the season finale of The Curse of the House of Rookwood. If you have not seen that show, it would be very hard to go in blind and just raw dog it. You probably could and still enjoy it, but I would recommend going to YouTube, youtube.com/magicrpg and catch up. If you even just watch like the first few episodes, you could probably enjoy the finale live just to get the vibes. But that show is awesome. Don't worry about it if you can't catch it live. But that is the finale, and then they're going to go on hiatus, and we'll have a new generation of characters/players to continue the Rookwood name. I'm really interested in seeing how this is going to wrap up and how the new generation is going to be screwed. It's going to be fun. And then Thursday, we have episode 3 of Cosmere. First 2 episodes have been like so good and so action-packed. This one will probably be less action-packed and will be more of a RP narrative episode, if I had to assume. But you can catch up on that one. The first 2 episodes are up on YouTube. A lot of fun happening there. And that's Thursday. And then we will be back again next Tuesday. We'll have 2 more episodes of this first season, I believe. Or maybe a few. I can't. Guys, I can't remember. I think we got 2 left. 2 left, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 2 left. And then we're going to take a break until January. Yeah. And if you like everything, discord.gg/magicrpg. That is the best place to find out what's going on with us. Already got lots of people in the kitchen, myself included, for what's coming up next. We've got some Forge in the Dark. We've got some World of Darkness. We've got some D&D. There's lots of stuff that people are cooking. Nothing to announce just yet. People are still vibing, iterating, trying to find out. But all of your favorite things are going to be back very shortly. And it feels nice to have 3 shows a week again. It's been a while since we had that. So, okay. You all wake up the next morning, refreshed, ready to go. You hear the sound of birds overhead and a nice breeze. The skies were a little bit more overcast today. It's not quite the clear, sunny skies that you were used to. Don't know if there's going to be a storm or if it'll just hold out, but for now, things look okay. With that said, who would like to do today's journey roll?
I did yesterday's.
I don't want to do it.
All right, fine, I'm doing it.
All right. I did it like the other time. I've done it before, so
I'm just scared.
Okay.
There we go.
I think that's a good reason to do it.
Hey,
And
real?
then we do it again. 4. Awesome. I've been looking forward to this.
Da-la-la.
Yeah?
Just how you said it.
I
had to.
know, I got you. You all set out, making good pace. Honestly, it's a pretty peaceful day. Some games of Go Spider, polite conversation, people going about their business, talking. Spirits are pretty uplifted. You see a few passing birds and other flying creatures in the sky. None of them seem interested in you. No creatures lurking, no dangers going. It's a very peaceful day until about mid-afternoon. You see it. And contrary to what your notes said, it becomes clear the concourse is not a spit. This is an island. The enormous mountain, maybe even the size of Heartstone Peak, is jutting from the waves ahead of you as you see it over the horizon as you continue forward. And as you approach closer, you see scaffolding and structures circling it. You see buildings that have been erected on it. And you see a busy hive of commerce. This looks like a well-established and stable island. No dangers of it falling into the sea. It looks like they have got a handle on things, everything you can tell. You have a very peaceful trip there.
This place looks cool.
It's so peaceful. If any of you want to do a montage on the way and do something, you can. I will start with Sparrow / Izuesco. I am assuming you are still discovering the Ketra anatomy.
Yeah, actually, I think what she has taken to doing is using. Ooh, I don't know if you can still hear me. I think it's frozen. Okay.
We can hear you.
My computer is having a fit.
Yeah, I think your video's frozen, but we hear you fine.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, your
well-
video is frozen. Why is that? That's weird.
I don't know. I'm sure
Reconnect
it's
and
coming
disconnect
in,
and reconnect from video, maybe, and it'll fix. Oh, yeah, but now we can't hear him.
Please
One of the nice
help.
things about having audio separate from video.
I know, right? If all of you are wondering what happened, it's because Discord was acting up before
It
the show.
was.
We were all crackling, and then we're like, let's just try audio on Video Ninja, and then everything was fine. Until now.
You know. There are worse things.
Waiting with bated breath. All right, we will not go to Izuesco first. Instead, we will go to Vesh. Then we'll go to Izuesco when Sparrow gets back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Vish.
Do you have a
What is the-
montage you want to do or a thing you want to work on during the day? It is so peaceful that you get time to actually work on something.
Yeah. I'd like to try and find some more materials. Maybe as I'm not sure. I mean, we've arrived, right? Like we are.
Oh, you want? I was saying while you're in transit, something that you can actually work on.
Oh, I mean, I guess I was thinking that would be where I was doing the cooking stuff. But
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, noted.
yeah.
What about Skell? Oh, we've got a Sparrow back. Let me fix him. Okay, should be good now.
Oh, no.
Say something, Sparrow.
Okay, Nuss.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're good. You're good.
Okay,
And you're
excellent.
moving. But yeah, Skell, what about you?
Skell will go to. He wants to go to Lao.
Oh, okay. You catch Lao, and you see Lao kind of sitting with his legs extending over the side of the front of the ship, just kind of watching the scenery go by.
And he will speak to him in Knock, as it's much more comfortable for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what to say. How to start it. You're almost on solid land.
Truth be told, I could get used to a life out on the waves again. It's been perhaps a bit more adventurous than I would have liked for my first trip in a while, but it is beautiful, is it not?
You never do quite get used to the open sky. Head always on a swivel.
He kind of looks at you. Do you have your cannon with you, or is it somewhere else?
No, he doesn't carry it around with him.
He would say, "You certainly seem like you can handle yourself. You did a few days ago. Those were some of the best shots I've ever seen a cannoneer make."
I wanted to make sure that everyone was safe.
And you're good at it.
Spent a lot of years in the thrash surviving.
What's troubling you, Scal?
I need to ask a favor.
Okay.
I know it is a part of you, but I was wondering if you could spare some metal.
Oh. I could spare some. What do you need?
While my cannon is good for large targets, for smaller ones, it seems a bit overkill.
Cumbersome.
Cumbersome, yes. Visha mentioned that she may be able to fabricate me a smaller cannon, one that is handheld.
He kind of opens the coat that he always has, and you see him like move his hands a little bit, and he'll kind of give you, it seems like he's almost like creating a charcuterie board of like different alloys, essentially.
Not a metal mootery board.
Yeah, a little bit. And it's just like he has these strips, and he says, "See what Visha is comfortable shaping and designing, and with what materials, and I will supply the rest. I am in your debt after all. You've saved me and many of my..." He looked like he was about to say friends, but then says family.
I will speak with her, and I will let you know what I need.
About Visha. You've known each other long?
It's been maybe 7 sunrises.
But she is a good person, yes?
Visha saves people. When I was shot by pirates, the first thing she did was heal some of us, without question. She did not shy away from us, as most people do.
He tilts his head at that. Most people shy away from you.
Zealocray.
Yes, I understood your meaning, Scal. It's, perhaps the places you've been have been a little bit less tolerant than the ones I have. People generally don't greet me with suspicion or hostility. I'm saddened to hear that's been your experience so far.
I admit I had to survive in some unsavory places. When you find a Zealocray hiding out in your cargo hold, most captains will more likely throw you over the side than welcome you in.
That does sound like a, if not reasonable, normal response. Well, let's see if we can change some perceptions out there together, friend.
That is my goal.
Let me know what you and Visha need. I'll be here. And he
Thank you, Lau.
kicks his feet off of the side, very childlike in a way. It's almost like he's trying to remember what it's like to experience the joy of a ship again. It's very, like, kind of innocent in a way. And I suppose your next stop is Visha?
Yeah, we can kind of hand wave it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then now that you are back, Sparrow, I didn't get a chance to let you finish your montage. Is there something specific you wanted to add?
Yeah, I think what she's doing at this point is like using the latent light off of the engine to like peer through her own body,
Ah, okay.
almost like an X-ray of sorts.
Ooh, yeah.
And then
I love
she's like
that.
writing down like what she sees and like where things are connected, because she has a good chunk of like her quote unquote original bones left.
Mhm.
So she's like basically kind of just like a little bit, it's a little bit Jack Sparrow-esque in its goofiness, but it's like she's like she's like rolling up her pant leg and then like putting it up to the engine and like looking at it and then trying to take notes while her leg is still up, like
Mhm.
that kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she's doing to kind of learn a little bit more about herself,
Okay.
and how she can tend to. I think Visha has kind of inspired that in her, and it's almost like it's a little bit like a hyper focus.
Makes sense. Yeah, that's cool.
She has to like remind herself, oh yeah, I can't stay down here all day. I actually have to like commune with people.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say she's been essentially locked away for several days, but eventually you get the call, land ho.
And she's like thrown by that. Like totally like, wait a minute, what do you mean land?
And you all hear a loudspeaker as you approach, and this mountain is just as large as you thought it was when you were approaching. You see all around this is wooden scaffolding and different like switchbacks, paths leading around, connected to these tall buildings. Again, most of them wood here. Nowhere near as much metal as you saw in Rust Town. And you see that there are several different ships in port. To your surprise, most of them seem to be very well equipped with cannons and other weapons, despite the fact that most of your notes said that this was a big trade settlement. And there are still trading vessels, but out of the, I'd say, at least a dozen ships that you can see that are currently docked in port, about 8 of them look like they're made for combat more than they're made for trade, though you can run trade off of a ship that's capable of combat. You are greeted by someone kind of waving you down, using signaling to flag you all in to dock. I need to consult my notes. I made NPCs.
I think Izuesco actually comes up from below decks just in time to catch that, and she is very fluent in signaling, so she immediately like comes up to Vesh and goes,
Captain, would you like to respond?
Yes. Of course. You can see Vesh is a little out of sorts at this time.
Registering concern. Are you all right, Captain?
I'm fine. Yes, we'd like to dock.
she like opens her mouth to say something when you pause, but then you say we would like to dock, and she picks up these two flag, like it's like makeshift flags, and she nods to you. But as she turns, her eyes, if you will, kind of stay on you, kind of like a study before she turns, and she begins to use these flags to like signal back what you have said. And then she turns back to you again, putting the flags down by her sides, and goes,
There was a pause. Ardent communication dictates that there is more to what you have said based on this pause.
I'm just wary.
Welcome, Raiders.
That's all.
Another pause. Yes, confirming. I will not pry, but I want you to know that I noticed.
Understood.
Is there anything else you would like to tell them?
We are seeking refuge.
she nods again. Her like only on the left side, her ink blot eyes like narrow at you a little bit. It's not a full close. And then she spins around, and she just begins like turning these flags, making out your sentence for you. And then she doesn't turn around because she's looking to see what their response is.
You wait for a moment, and basically the response is just, we will discuss on the ground.
And then she signals back, acknowledged. And she says, they
expect to discuss the refugee situation once docked.
Understandable.
You can hail me if there is further communication needed before we reach them.
Thank you, Izoeska.
And her ink blots, all four of them narrow a little bit. Then she goes,
Thank you, Captain.
and she kind of backs away before turning, and she goes back down below deck.
You all begin docking. You see deckhands begin to tie your ship to the docks as you come in, and you are greeted by a small ardent man with a collection of different necklaces and pins on a jacket. You also see a spyglass on his hip and goggles on a helmet on top of on his head. All of his clothes look to be some form of leather and well worn, and he has a warm smile and gives you a salute as he climbs up the gangplank and says, "Welcome to the concourse, friends."
Thank you. We are very relieved to be here.
Yes. I got your signal. How many do you have?
Ooh, I believe the number is 20, if I'm correct.
And work ready?
Of course.
Where did you pick them up?
We, most of us, hail from Rusttown.
Nods. Great. Well, let's get these people fed and lodged, shall we?
Yes, that would be that would be very appreciated.
My co-DM has so much to say about the concourse.
Screaming from the
I
concourse.
kid you not, guys.
It's such a beautiful place.
This is how chaos energy my child is. He came in here. He just decided to lay down a roll of paper towels in a straight line behind me and then leave without. I'm just like,
It's your runway. What do you mean? He's just laying out a little carpet for you.
Rolling out the carpet.
I got nothing. I'm gonna ask him later, and he'll be like, "Because you needed it, Daddy." It's
You needed it. But don't question what you need. He knows.
But you see, he is waving on, and he sees the refugees begin to go down the gangplank. But they kind of look at you all like, "Is this okay?" Like making sure that they're okay to go with this person.
And as they start to arrive, he's or emerge, he's going to say, "We're going to be safe here, right? We're welcome."
Yeah, of course. You're welcome as long as you like. As long as
he's
you can
gonna
work.
And he's gonna nod to this. This seems normal to Vesh to hear that, so he's going to nod as the people emerge from the ship and start climbing down from the deck.
Kind of gives you a discerning look and then nods, is like, "Wonderful. My name is Laka. If you need anything, I will be your guide while you're staying here on the concourse. So, if you have any goods to trade or any scratch you need for meals, let me know. I'll take you to accommodations. We have plenty of empty houses. Was not expecting 20 people. Permanent refugees?
For many, potentially. Actually, this might be something we should discuss. There might be many more from Rusttown on their way. If you'll have them.
More.
If you would have the space for them, and if you wanted them.
Always can use more around here.
Vesh will nod at that cautiously. Yes, we should talk more soon, and I'll need to send word out to some of the other locations that the other refugees went to as soon as possible.
Yes, you'll be needing to see our word bearer then.
He'll nod again.
Do you have any letters to drop off?
Actually, plenty, right? Didn't we picked up a bunch of
We did,
letters?
yes.
did.
From
Yeah.
what's their name? The
Tellus,
automatron.
who's now with
Tell
you.
us, yes.
Tell us, yeah.
It's like, well,
And he'll pull his satchel up and open it and just show this the stuffed full of letters and small packages.
oh my, that is some. That's more than
I'm,
every letter we have at the post right now.
I'm a bit of a word bearer myself.
Well, Taka's.
Yeah.
Taka's going to love going through these and sorting. you'll find her at the post. There's signs, and he when he says signs, he points, and you can see this place is it's like one of the most organized cities you've seen. It literally is like they have street signs that like have arrows pointing to different locations. Like imagine if you're like on like a military base or something where it like has all the different places like and where things are, or in like a facility where the walls are labeled, things like that. Very, very organized. And you can see like now that you can see the ground level, you see that there's like a natural flow of traffic that goes between all of these buildings. And unlike Rust Town, you can see actual grass, earth, and stone that people are walking on. Terra firma, actual earth. It's been a while. Is that your post is the first destination for you all?
I think for me, it's to make sure that everybody is settled and has a place to stay and get comfortable before anything else. Make sure.
Yeah.
That is...
That'd probably be Visha's too.
I would like everyone, if they have sharps as an edge, or instinct, and then roll sense.
Only if you have sharp?
If you have sharps or instincts, you can use those as your edge, but everyone should roll sense regardless.
Oh no.
If I have 0 in both, there's a you can run. I think there's rules for that, right? It's you can.
I have 5.
Yeah, I think it's roll 2, take the lower.
Yeah. What was that?
3-3-2 from Izuesco.
Ooh, that's
A failed twist. I got a 1.
No.
Oh yeah. So it's roll 1d6 and triumphs count as conflicts instead.
Got
so
it,
no
okay.
full conflict.
I got 5. 4 and 5.
Fail.
Okay. Thinking about the twist. You guys cannot
thanks.
suggest a twist. I have to give the twist here. 'Cause, Visha, you've gotten to know a lot of the crew, and we're gonna like montage this next part. As you are all shown to quarters, you can take whatever belongings you would have taken off of the ship. They don't try to take any of your weapons or anything like that if you were to bring them. You see that people are actually walking around with different arms, crossbows, a few pistols, but not too many, mostly bladed weapons, some serrated. Other people have like chain weapons, even some more unusual things. But people are kind of walking around with weapons here. It seems to be pretty common. So you're allowed to bring what you want. You are all shown to a specific building that's higher up on the mountain. It kind of does switchbacks on itself, and there's enough space to have like essentially one street's worth as it climbs. But where the dock is, it seems like it's like a more spacious area, and then it gets narrow as you go further up. But they show you all to your different quarters, and as you all are making the rounds to make sure everything is okay, you realize, Visha, when you're checking on everyone, you can't find Youngblood or Needle anywhere.
Oh no! Where the fuck are the boys?
That's what Visha says.
Truly.
But you
I just like
realize
that.
you're like doing a count and like making sure where everyone is, and they are not in any of the quarters that you've been assigned.
Oh my god, oh my god. Did they has anyone seen Youngblood and Needle?
And she's like kind of like jumping through the crowd, like
And then you hear tells, I saw them on the ship, but not in the last few minutes.
Maybe they maybe they're trying to commune with the stone.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, goodness. Ah! Her looking around.
Maybe they didn't get off the ship.
We have to go look. Run.
You run back to the ship. It only takes you about 4 or 5 minutes to get there. You check and you go. Look, your ship's not that big. They're not on the ship. Their things are also not on the ship.
Oh my god, we've lost them. Where the hell are they? I'm about to go down the street yelling for them.
They are grown. I don't know if you can lose a grown person.
You can. It is definitely possible.
They're missing, though. They're not in the houses that we placed them in, and they're not on the ship. I'm just trying to make sure that they didn't get themselves killed in the 5 minutes I've looked away.
Do they have a smokehouse here?
You look, and there is a smokehouse.
Oh my god, that's where they are.
That would be the first place I would check.
She runs. Again.
Izuesco's close behind.
You go through the streets. You're kind of, I'm assuming you're either running or briskly walking there. People kind of give you odd looks. There's a lot of people. Again, you see a lot of weapons, people, a lot of wild sailors, higher percentage of wild sailors, you think, than most settlements you go to. In a way, it kind of reminds you of Hearthstone in terms of how militaristic it is, or appears to be. You head to the smokehouse, you open it up, no one's in there.
Young blood! Needle!
Eventually, the person that greeted you at the start, Laka, comes over. Hello, can I help you find something?
Young blood and needle. 2 gentlemen.
Young blood and needle. What did they look like?
One of them is an ardent who typically takes his shirt off, and the other is,
wasn't he a little cacti?
He's an Ectus,
man?
yeah.
He's an Ectus.
the other's an Ectus.
Oh, my. I don't remember seeing them, but I'll definitely get the search started right away. Absolutely.
Thank you. They're free-spirited individuals, and I worry about.
Yes, I hope they didn't do something like decide to jump somewhere or go on an adventure so soon arriving into town.
Oh my goodness, don't say that.
My, that would be terrible.
It would be horrible.
I'm sure everything is fine.
Yeah.
I'll go get the word out. And you see he turns and walks away.
Firefly, now that he's gone, Izuescu would like to kind of analyze his behavior.
Excellent. I believe...
Instinct and sense is what I was
Yes,
thinking
that sounds
about.
great.
2 5s and a 4. The
Okay.
Bijan special.
Go spider.
There is something off, not only about his behavior, but this place. And you're stepping down the street, and you look under your foot, and you see manacles on the ground that have landed underfoot. And you can go ahead and add iron manacles to your inventory if you would like.
I
But
would.
That seems Why are there manacles just sitting here in the street?
I would also, just for the sake of this, I think I'm going to. I'm playing for this. If I have to roll, I have to roll. But like, she's gonna try and be graceful and use that sense to have a discussion with Isha.
With who, sorry?
With Isha.
Oh, with Visha. Yeah, you all... I will just... do you all have veils? Either of you?
She does
They,
not.
like-
I
Okay.
don't.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna fortune roll to see how private. Unless you want to go back to your ship, there's a danger of people over
so I
you.
think Izuesco is not going to just like out and out say, "Hey, yo, something's fucking crazy."
Yeah.
I think she's going to try and use some coded language, perhaps. Dang. Signaling would be a great thing to use right now, but she knows
that's
somebody
fine.
knows that. But
Yeah.
Just moving along,
mhm.
walking.
Well, what do you say, or what are you trying to get across? You can say it either in the coded way, or you can say it in just the plain way. Whatever's easier for you as a player. It's totally fine either way.
Bisha,
She would turn to you.
Yeah.
the previous night's revelry,
Yes.
there was something unsettling about the game of Ghost Spider we played. I
Oh.
find myself a little bit suspicious of the way that Skell played that last round.
Of Ghost Spider?
Izuesco did not play last night with you.
She kind of gives you the oddest little look of like,
Uh-huh.
thanks.
I mean to speak with him right away about the last round that we played. It left me unsettled.
The pair that he played?
Yes, I felt that there were no more twos in the deck, and yet he played some.
Interesting. Yeah.
Perhaps we should confront him about this immediately, if possible.
Immediately, yeah, breaking the rules of Ghost Spider is very serious.
And she kind of is like, that you could see it in her face that she's like, oh no. But it's not the Ghost Spider.
Whoops, I rolled on your sheet by mistake. I meant to roll on my sheet. It's a mystery roll from the GM.
Yeah.
Are you going to the rest of your comrades and confronting them about the
Yes.
twos that were misplayed in Ghost Spider?
Yes.
For just for my own flavor, Frank, is it
Mhm.
one single manacle that Izuesco is picking up, or is it a pair?
It's a pair. Like, it's a
Okay.
pair.
I-
Linked by a
just wanted to
fine
make
iron
sure.
chain. Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure, should I want to
Yeah,
use
yeah.
them later, and you're like, hey,
No,
oh,
yeah,
you
they are
only have one?
functioning. You don't see the key anywhere, but they're a functioning pair of manacles.
Oh,
that
I
I'm
don't think
sure-
she's going to use them that way.
Ah, yes. Do you all like retreat to your ship to talk, or do you go to the quarters that they have allocated you? How are you handling?
Ship.
Yeah. Chip.
What is the problem, Izuesko? Why have you labeled me a cheater?
Serious accusations.
Inherently false ones, you would say so, correct?
Yes, we did not play Go Spider together last night.
Correct.
What's
And
going on?
I think that we are being played with ourselves.
But
Can
not
you
in the
play-
fun way.
This
Can you play
Laka-
Go Spider by yourself? Looks at
Visha?
Visha.
Yeah, just how both of them turn their heads
Then
like
wait.
we're distracted.
No, you can't. 1 minute. I have a better way we can do this. Just don't say anything.
And she will lean up to everyone's ear and say what she saw. Or she's just gonna whisper in everybody's ear. That's it. That's all. And it's just going to be, she'll start with Skull.
Isoesco and I were going to find Blood Needle. I mean, Young Blood and Needle.
Sorry.
Not the blood,
That's the rap group now.
That's a callback. That's a callback.
not the blood needle.
The blood needle.
Brother, why a blood needle?
Want the blood needle?
Oh no, I'm transforming. That's their ship name, Blood Needle.
This little blood needle.
And yeah, so they weren't in the smokehouse, they weren't in the quarters, they weren't in the ship. And when I asked that guy who greeted, Laka, I think his name was.
Yep.
They were very weird about it.
You catch a little bit of like a gurgle from around Izuesko's like throat area. And then she does something of an impression of Laka's voice in the way that he said, "Oh, this is terrible. We should be looking for them right away." And then she like does that same kind of like one-sided ink blot like narrowing at you, Vesh, that she did the night before when she was like sus of you.
Yeah.
And then
I
Skell, apologies for the deception. Needed I a good way to assuage concern while gathering us together?
It is quite all right. The way you imitated Laka's voice made my back spiders shiver. Are we safe here?
I don't know.
Unsure. Captain Young Blood and Needle are, and everyone else possibly in danger here. They seemed too accepting of the large number of refugees. Found these also, and
She kind of like pulls one of the like part of her garment aside, and you can see like in her rib cage is a pair of manacles.
See,
As you do.
As you, yeah.
I didn't want to alarm anybody early on. We don't have a lot of options now that we're here. But I am concerned. As soon as I realized that this was an island, I'm just worried about what their customs might be. And Vesh will look at Visha with a sort of understanding of like, what happens when a group of refugees comes to Heartstone Peak, which it's not always
Not always good.
a bad thing, but it's definitely not always good for them.
Captain,
Yes.
if their customs are kidnapping and slavery, my custom is destruction.
What word?
And she, in just a little bit of like blue, there's no electricity or lightning that comes out or around, but you can see the blue hint in her fingertips. And she looks at you very seriously.
Izuesco, I respect what you're getting at here, but we have a responsibility to keep these people safe, and we are not exactly in a position of power. You've seen all the soldiers here. We don't have any food or supplies to just turn around and leave. I think we need to approach this very carefully. If you think that there is reason, which I see that you do, to think that we might be in direct danger, then our responsibility is to gather supplies quickly and quietly and get everyone on the ship in the cover of night and leave tonight.
I stand with Izuesco. I will get the hull breaker.
You're going to attack them?
Oh, maybe we should do it a bit more, discreetly.
Is that what you're saying, Skell?
I don't want you two to get hurt.
If Izuesco wants to call down the lightning, I can provide the firepower. But do we have proof? I am not opposed to blowing this rock to bits, but I am also one to do a little bit of groundwork.
You are the captain, so I will defer to you for now.
And
What
she
if
puts her hand down.
What if those are just a god's manacles? Have we seen obvious signs of bad things?
No, not yet, but maybe that's what we do.
We need to find Youngblood and Needle.
She
yeah.
She takes a step, like a half step back, like she's like leaning on her back foot, and she crosses her arms and she goes,
If more evidence is required, then yes, we can gather it, but I am not patient in the face of what I feel this place is.
You're very strong, Izuesco. I see that. I've seen that. Do you think that you can take on an army?
With the storm, perhaps.
And Vesh will raise his eyebrows and lean back in surprise, as that was not an answer that he was expecting.
But again, you are captain, so we can do things your way. But if Youngblood, Needle, or the others are harmed,
and she lets that statement hang in the air.
Vesh will nod gravely and eyes looking to the ground for a moment before raising them back up to meet your gaze. I am not one for violence, Izuesco. But but I understand that it is the way of things. I take my responsibility as captain very seriously. And though we may have touched down on port, on land, the people that we brought here are still under our protection. If you need to do something to protect them, you don't need to ask me for permission. But that is my first priority.
Understood, Captain. But if I can be candid, I was taught that my actions do not only affect me. So it has unearthed some patience in that regard. So I will wait to see how your way plays out.
And she uncrosses her arms.
All right, then. So I think we have a lot to do today. And he's going to start detailing out what we need to do, which is going to include supplies, starting to talk to the crew and making sure to tell, not the crew, the people that we've brought here, and tell them, like, hey, don't pack, don't unpack. Let's, wait to see, how this shakes out, and basically tell them, like, we're not sure if we're 100% welcome here. There might be another spit close by. We're still seeing our options, trying to keep people calm. And then the other thing is,
Finding out information.
Finding out information about Needle and
Youngblood.
And then finally surveying the details of the ship. Are they under guard? Is there anything required to do for us to leave under cover of night? And we don't have a lot of time to do it. So he's going to want to
before we leave
that.
off, we'll obviously hand wave a lot of that. But what you notice when you check to see, are you free to leave? You notice that the ship is obviously docked and tied off, and you didn't notice before, but now that you're looking for it, you notice there are guards at the ship, specifically at the points that would release, that you'd be able to untie the ship from this dock. It seems that if you are welcome to leave, you are maybe not welcome to leave of your own volition. Something dark is at play, almost definitely. That is not a usual custom. And we will leave off there with friends missing, something weird and shady going on at the concourse.
Something.
And I can't wait for you all to find out what is going on here.
Oh!
But that will be next week. Tomorrow will be the finale of The Curse of the House of Rookwood. Yeah. Very much will want to see that.
It's going to get spicy.
It's definitely going to be spicy. And then Thursday, we're going to have our next episode of Dying Storms, our Cosmere game. We just survived a high storm and near death to Shard Bearers in the palace, and now we have some time to assess, get to know each other. Maybe Tracy and my character will fight a bit more. It'll be good. And if you would like to catch up with any of these shows and know what's coming next for us, discord.gg/MagicRPG is the place to do it. Please follow the stream wherever you saw it. Subscribe if you watched on YouTube. We really appreciate all of you. Thank you, all the raids. So many raids today. I appreciate the ones who decided to stick around. Really appreciate it. We will see you all again next week, and we will see you tomorrow with Rookwood. See you all soon, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good
Go,
night.
Go spider.
Go spider.
Go spider.
Go Spider.